This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and once again I'm joined by Sam Noakes over Zoom. Sam, congratulations on your win this past weekend. Yeah, take it away. Reflect on your stoppage victory against Naeem Ali.
Yeah, I think it went really well. I mean, like, I just had a good week. I think where it was still fresh from obviously 2 weeks ago on the 10th of July, I think you're just in that mindset then, really. Like, and everything just flowed well. I mean, like, even him coming in heavier weren't, not that I ever struggled with the weight. It's always nice to have breakfast on the way in the morning. I couldn't tell you the last time I've done that. But yeah, just had a good couple of days, to be honest. I mean, with the boys, I mean, Mickey Burke, he boxed really well, got a stoppage win as well. And it was just good. I mean, I enjoyed every minute of it. I mean, like, from the, as soon as we got in the venue quite early. Like, we had a nice big change room and then, yeah, just enjoyed every moment of it. I just slapped it up in there. I mean, having a big crowd there, that makes a big difference as well.
Sam, just reflect on your performance for as short-lived as what it was. How would you assess it?
Yeah, I think it went well. Like, as I was taking my time a bit more, picking the shots. I mean, like, because you get carried away, like, when they just sit on the ropes like this, you just throwing shots. And really, it's pointless. They're so good at covering up. You're just wasting energy, really. But picked the shots well. And as I said earlier, I wasn't even really, like, looking for it either. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have said that would have been a stoppage punch to break his nose. And I was just sort of in first gear, really, because we had a plan that I was like, right, so do that for 4 rounds, and then the last 2, drop it down, and then like pick it up a little bit. But yeah, I was really happy with it. I was just, as I said, I was really enjoying it. I was a bit gutted it got cut short, to be honest with you. I was enjoying it in there.
I was going to say, did you feel like when you was in the ring, you was going to get the rounds? Did you feel like your punches in might have been hurting him? He was soaking them up well enough. Was you feeling like it was going to go a few more rounds?
I think I could see in his face that I thought they were hurting him. And I mean, I think what he thought is he's thinking, like, because obviously I weren't rushing in, and it weren't like I was loading up on the ropes either. So he must have thought like he's not out of first gear here. Like, and like, obviously when I caught him with that, the one that punched that broke his nose, four more rounds on a broken nose, I think that would have been quite sore for him at the end. But I think he's got a bit more bravado sometimes when you see with his fights as well. So I think where he was a bit more reserved, I thought that might be why they were hurting him a little bit more than normally. But who knows? Who knows? Well, some of them felt good on my arm, so they must have felt a bit painful on his face, I suppose. But
he was a journeyman, but he was a journeyman who'd never been stopped before in something like 73 losses, I think.
Yeah, 73 fights, yeah.
So, but I think he must have. I think he's won a couple. I think I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Obviously, his record's not the best. A lot of these journeymen's records aren't the best, but I think for him not to be stopped and then be fighting boys at a bigger weight, do you know what I'm saying? So it's not only like some of the boys who have already fought him like in the future, like in the past. I mean, like they're all heavier than I am. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, it was a one-sided fight, but we're getting that first stoppage victory. It's that little edge on the fight, like with these early ones sometimes. But when you got that little edge, oh, he's never been stopped, like, and it's like, oh, can I do it? Can I be the first man to do it? Especially when you're giving away the weight and where he's been in there with the bigger boys before. So it's a good win. It's a good win.
That's something I was going to ask you. Did you feel like you made a bit of a statement, regardless of his record, the first man to stop him, and in doing so in only a couple rounds as well? Do you feel like it sent a bit of a statement out?
Well, yeah, I'd like to think so. I mean, like, obviously, as I said, like, it was a one-sided fight, but I mean, it just shows that I am strong for a lightweight. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it is. I think it has. Well, I mean, social media's popped off because of it, so I reckon it has a little bit, yeah.
Some of these couple of weeks have been, fairly big for you. They've allowed you to kind of grow your profile, and you've made a couple of, statements with your performances and your wins. How have you found the reaction to kind of people watching you, whether it be new fans or your old ones? What's the reaction been like?
I've got a lot of positive feedback after this last fight. I mean, I think a lot of people enjoyed the post-fight interviews as well, to be honest with you. I've been getting a lot of them ones. So, yeah, I think it goes well. It's nice to see that people are getting my character across, like, because I'm not an arrogant person. I'm not like, everyone's got a little bit of cockiness in there, you know what I mean? Because you enjoy what you do. But it's nice to see, like, you get messages of people like, oh, you come across really well, and Like, you don't come across arrogant. You come like, do you know what I mean? And that's the nice side, because the boxing, you sort of, what you see is what you get. But, you know, like, as in people trying to get your character through all these interviews and that, and it's nice to come across that they get that.
Oh, Sam, I'll 100% say your character does come across very, very well.
Cheers, mate.
I'm not just saying that because I'm scared you're going to hit me with a body shot when
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Just moving forward, so obviously one man who has been kind of coming up with a potential fight for yourself. I'm sure you was ready for his question. Mark Chamberlain. What do you make of kind of the hype that's building around you two about a potential domestic clash at some point in the future?
Well, yeah, I think we've known about it for a while anyway, really. I mean, like, it's just, obviously we're both getting to that stage now where it's starting to get talked about. But I think, you know, like, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it'll be a good fight. And I mean, as I said on one of the interviews before, if one of us could get like the Commonwealth and then the British, and then you meet for both, it'd just be perfect. Like, as I said, I'm not in it for, as in looking at him like, yeah, I want to fight him. Do you know what I'm saying? But it will be a good fight. And it'll be good to see, like, to progress through the levels, you know what I'm saying? So from once, like, the winner of that, and then you go on further, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, in a year to 18 months' time, it's going to be a big, big fight. And I mean, the amount we've been talking about it so far, we give it another year of talking about it, mate. Bloody hell.
There's something I was going to ask you, obviously, you know, is it something where when the two of you meet, you expect it needs something like a Commonwealth or a British title on the line because it would be that good of a domestic fight?
Well, I think the fight justifies having that on the line, to be honest with you. I think it'd be wasted. I mean, like, as boxing fans, they want to see it like, yeah, I want to see that next fight. But realistically, I think, as I said, let it build up, let it start, let people, like, they're gagging to see it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, as I said, 2 belts on the line, meet in the middle for the British and the Commonwealth. And then, you know what I mean? It would just be, I think anything less than that, it wouldn't do it justice. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that is going to be a big fight. We're both 2 top prospects and both bangers. So,
Sam, I was going to ask you, how much of a fan-friendly fight would that be, and how exciting and how much does it whet your appetite to look forward towards a bout like that?
You know what? Like, obviously, you know, with getting that edge, and, you know, like, you did the excitement. You know, like, can you imagine walking out and you're thinking, right, 12 more rounds, or, well, whatever it would be, because I don't reckon it'd go the distance. But, you know, like, and then I'm coming away, like, and especially where we talked about it for so much, it would just be, as you say, it's mouth-watering thinking about it. Do you know what I mean?
All right, Sam, just before I let you go, obviously last time out, you was in Cornwall when you got the call that you was going to fight on this card. So how are you going to celebrate this win?
I've got a wedding in Corfu on Wednesday. So I'm going to go out there. Still going to do a bit of training and that. But, yeah, I'm going to enjoy myself in the sun for a week.
So what's going to be the plan for you coming back? When do you want to be next out?
I think there's a show in September, be nice to get on, but I've just got to wait to see what gets confirmed, really. But, you know, I mean, I'm ready to go whenever anyway. 2 weeks notice or whatever.
So there's no chance we'll see you on that Birmingham card again?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind. I'd fight in Birmingham. I wouldn't mind.
All right, Sam, we will leave it there now. Leave you to enjoy it the rest of your day. I appreciate your time today. Enjoy your victory. And thanks to Boxing Social.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.